Hello, long time. That is my first video on 2023. I'm sorry I am like this, but it's cold. Of course, it is expected because it's January and it's the one of the worst months in England, in UK. So we are having a cold day. Okay. It's now 5 minutes past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I have been busy with family and gathering and festivities. So I was not able of doing videos, okay? But I am now here and I'm gonna do a series of videos, okay? Because there is too many knowledges, too much knowledges coming to us lately. I think this is making a little shadow on my face. Now it's better. My flowers. that is that is a very good flowers actually. They last longer than roses. I was doing roses, but I decided to change, and then I bought these little flowers, and they last for about 20 days. So yes, it's very good, very good. So I'm gonna be using them more than roses. So there is a lot of challenges coming our way, um, but I wanna talk not just about the challenges, but I'm gonna talk about how to face the challenges and how to embrace the challenges. It's not just facing the challenges, you have to embrace the challenges. When we open arms to whatever comes and we embrace it, making it your own, you understand the challenges, and then you are able to get into the challenge, discover the weakness of the challenge, and then attack from that point. When you look at challenges in your life and you fear them, you lose the battle. You have to love it in order to change it in your favor. Do you understand? It's not easy process because you look at the challenge as an enemy. It's very hard to love an enemy. But remember the one of the teachings of Jesus, one of the saying of Jesus, what he said, to love your enemy as you love yourself. And he did actually made lots of he emphasized it. Remember when he said to a man came to him and asked him what he should do if a soldier, Roman soldier, that was the enemy of Israel, even Israel was to be blamed to have Romans in his territory because about say about 200 years before Jesus, Israel asked to be part of Roman Empire because Israel was feeling threatened by other neighbors. And then, because Roman was in power on those times, Israel decided that he would search and ask for help from Roman. So Israel was the one to be blamed to be Roman in the territory because they asked for it. But then, in the time of Jesus, they were completely, you know, with Romans. So he came to Jesus and said, "What should I do if a soldier forced me to go with them and carry his luggage?" Because Romans on those days were allowed to do it. So remember what Jesus said? Jesus said, "Look, if the Romans ask you, force you to walk 1 mile, because that is the most Romans were allowed to ask them to do. If they ask you to go 1 mile because you're forced to do it, and then go an extra mile because your heart is pity on that soldier and you want this soldier to know that you love him, and then despite everything you are bigger than it." So what that teaching means, love your enemy. So that's what I said, challenges looks like an enemy, yeah, but then if you embrace it and say, "Okay, welcome, I'm gonna go extra mile." Good, is it? It's hard. It's not easy, but that has been my experiences, and that's what I'm saying to you. It works. It really works. And enemies can be anything. Enemies can be anything. Can be your own self. Embrace your own challenges. Your challenges, your anger. Embrace it. You know, love it. Hug in it and discover why, the reason for this anger, and cue it from inside out. Is your enemy something outside of yourself? Do the same thing, like the soldier and the Jew. Okay? But I said that I was going to be talking about conflicts. And what conflict is exactly challenges that comes from outside you, or can come from inside you also, is war against or yourself or against others. And we have lots of conflicts from the beginning of time. And doesn't matter if just one person or thousand millions of people. Doesn't matter. You know, conflict is always there. The first conflict that we know from history is the conflict inside Eve heart, mind. The history of humanity by the Bible or by other religions says that in the beginning there were, well, if I go by the Bible and by the Quran and by a lot of other religions, they put one couple, but I'm not gonna say that because I don't believe in it. Okay, Adam, it was a race, and Eve was the name of the race of female. Okay, so let's put that way. So the first conflict in Eve's heart as a group was the conflict of Should I eat that fruit? Should I not? Should I eat? Should I not? And she ate. And then generates a conflict between her and Adam. So Adam was, should I follow Eve or should I follow God? God said, don't eat. Eve went and ate. I love Eve. What should I do now? And then he followed his heart and followed Eve, and he ate the fruit also. So, there's a conflict between one people first, and then joined by another people too. And then not much later, a conflict between the sons of Adam and Eve, which culminates in the first killing in the planet by humans, of course. And this has been our history. From the beginning of time, conflict, war, and blood. So, conflict is in our DNA. Conflict is not something outside us, it's here in our blood. So, how to overcome something that we heritage from our ancestors? Remember not the saying of Jesus when Nicodemus, the higher priest in Israel, went to Jesus because he was very impressed by the teaching of this stranger rabbi. And Nicodemus went to Jesus and asked him what he has to do to be saved. So what Nicodemus was asking, how I'm gonna be saved from my own enemies inside myself, my blood, my DNA. Even in those days, they didn't know about this stuff. We know now. And what Jesus said to him? The most strange answer someone can give to an adult like he was. He was about his 50s. He was older than Jesus. And Jesus said to him, you need to be born again. It's amazing because that is the truth. We have to be born again. And now we go for something more deeper, okay? More deeper than our reality. How I'm gonna be born again. And that's what Nicodemus asked to Jesus. I am old man. Should I have to go back to my mother's womb and come and be born again? And what Jesus said, what is born from the blood and flesh are blood and flesh, but who is born from the spirit is a spirit. So there is another way of living. We have to be born again. And I'm going to introduce some Indian culture here, okay? Indian religion culture here. We can be born again in the flesh, and I have to be careful when I'm saying this because there is a lot of people that is still not ready to know more, okay? But our DNA has been flexible and improving every generation. Okay, every generation, our DNA is improving in the newborn. Okay, so there is a way also in our physicality to improve our DNA. And that's what is happening. Every generation comes more clever, yeah, more willing to embrace new. That's why we always say that our kids are rebellion. They rebels against our principles, all the stuff. But it's not their rebellions. It's because the DNA is changing also, is improving. Even we, the old ones, look at it and think, no, it's not improving. It's increasing. But no, it's improving. It's in another way. It's a different generation that is coming up. Sometimes you don't understand why they are always on the telephone, but it's because you are not, you can't see future for long future. You don't know how it's going to be there in 100 years. Probably they need that skills to survive. For God's sake, let's open our mind and understand. You can base the future in the past because everything is improving. Technology is great every day. Yesterday I was watching some transmission from NASA, and they managed to recover two rockets. They were recovering one about a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months ago. Now they are recovering two at the same time. Come on, open your brain. So probably these kids are looking like this all the time because they need that skills. In about 100 years, you don't know. So the DNA is improving slowly. I can't do this. I can. The way they type is so fast. I still do it with your fingers, and they do it for 2 fingers, like beep, 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 beep. I look at it. Oh my God, how come be so fast? But their DNA is improving. So when Jesus said to Nicodemus, "You have to be born again," he's saying actually also this knowledge that when you are born again, you're gonna be better. Not just by the spirit, because the spirit is also is developing. And I can tell you something very from my own experience, of course. When I was about 8 years old, I was challenging my father about his beliefs. Okay, he thought I was rebellion. I was born rebellion anyway. So he thought I was rebellion because I was challenging his beliefs, and I was looking at the sky and think, no, there is more up there. I know there is people living in there. And my father said, you are crazy. You are the only ones in the planet. Jesus, God created just earth, and this knowledge, these beliefs were on those days in 50s, 1950s, 1960s. So yes, but I said to him, no, there is more up there, and I know there is people up there. I just didn't say to him that I was able to channel in them. Because then my father put me in the sanatory. But yes, I was able to communicate in my way. I was able to communicate. So when I was laying down on the front in the veranda in front of my house and looking at the sky and looking at the clouds passing by, I was just communicating with them, saying, I am here, I am ready. But it took me 60 years to be ready. So time is in our side. I'm suffering from allergy now. I don't know why, because it's not spring and I am already having these symptoms of allergy. Has been very difficult these last 3 days. Probably something in the air, and is giving me this, you know. So I sometimes I feel like I'm losing my air. So that was the message for today. Here's my phone. Let me see who is calling. I will call him later. It's my nephew. So here we go, okay? Let's be proactive and facing all our challenges, embrace our challenges in love, and accept whatever is right now, and facing it with grace and and happiness. Look, when we smile, when you sing, this makes the energy around you change. So let's be proactive. Let's learn how to face our own challenges in grace and love. Embrace it. Be happy, you know. Another day I was walking with my daughter, one of them, and and then she said that she was feeling. We were talking, and she said that was because when you go through much people, and some people looking at you, and the type of looking, etc. And she was feeling like insecure, etc. And then I told her, look, smile when someone is like this. Smile and ask her, because she was saying that she was in the station trying to catch a train, and she felt threatened by someone that was behaving like. And then I said to her, look what I do when something happens like this. I just smile to the person and said, are you okay? Are you okay, love? Hope you're okay. You know, just because then you break that situation. When we smile with love, we we break it. We break the the hate from the other side. Understand? But you have to be in blessing moment. You have to feel it, not do it like in revenge, because then it's not going to work. You have to do in love, because the energy that you are emitting in your smile, in your words are of love, and then it changes the situation. Because if you do with the energy of fear, it's not going to change. The reaction of the other person is going to be, or the reaction that you don't like it is not going to be good. But if you emit, if your emission is love, then the other person breaks down. Even if they have anything against you, they will break down, because your love is bigger than the hate. Okay? So let's do it. When I am walking the streets and I felt some eye like this, I just smile to the person, say hello, oh, bless you, something like this. And then you break the chain of hate. Okay, darlings, let me see what my nephew wants to talk to me, because it's not normal that he calls me that moment. But God bless you, keep you safe, and me also, and let's continue our journey in love and grace. Okay? And I hope next message, next video, I'm not be using so much clothes like this because I'm feeling cold. Okay, stay in peace and walk in peace. Okay? Bless you. I'm you. So bye bye.